Okay, so these nerfs just went live. I was getting on to record my intros for the day, and I was met with this page, which is something that I had no idea was going to happen. I knew that there were going to be bug fixes today with like the scythe not always turning your minions into souls, sometimes just deleting them from your deck. It was a weird bug. But when I saw these, I knew I had to make a video. So let's just talk about the nerfs real quick, what happened, if I like them or not, and then a couple of other side things. One, first of all, Shockspitter was ending games on turn 7, so this being nerfed to 3 mana, but having the same ability makes sense to me. I'll talk about the other nerf idea I had for this card and why I think this one's better. And then the other nerf is Sire Denathrius now endlessly infuses, but it takes 2 to infuse instead of just 1. This is the nerf I've been talking about for Denathrius for months. If people asked me when I was making videos about it, if people asked me during stream, and when I talked about it on Twitter, I always said endlessly infused 2 would be correct. So decks that were focused on building wide boards would still be able to use Denathrius as a win condition, but Denathrius couldn't just be thrown into a control shaman deck that would have like maybe 10 minions die, and then you do 15 damage, double activate it with the Brilliant Macaw and Bran, and then another Brilliant Macaw or something like that. Now you have to build a little bit more around Denathrius. I still think he's going to be very good, but I appreciate the nerf. And let me tell you 2 reasons why these nerfs are so good. One, as I said earlier, Shockspitter was ending games turn 7 and was on its own increasing the speed of the meta to an insane amount. If you were playing a deck and you're like, oh, this is a combo deck, I was playing Quest Mage not too long ago, and I was like, I'm playing this deck and I'm able to win turn 8, maybe 9 consistently. I win against about 30% of those games being against Hunter. That killed me about turn 7 or 6 with the coin. They basically go Brand, Shockspitter, Shockspitter, and the deck was invalidated. But now, because games are going to be allowed to go maybe until turn 9, because Brand, Shockspitter, Shockspitter is now 9 mana, other combo decks and more mid-range decks will have a bit more of a chance. The thing about Denathrius is that it was being played as of yesterday in about 50% of decks. On the very first day of the expansion, when Blood Death Knight was a little bit more popular, day 1, it was at about a 53% play rate. I have a picture of it on Twitter. It's not on me right now, but point is, Denathrius has been a go-to neutral win condition everybody has been playing, so just changing him will diversify the entire meta quite a bit. And the last thing I want to say is, I made a poll the other day asking what is the most broken thing in the game, and I had these 4 options: Guff, Shockspitter, Bran, and Denathrius. And in one day, it got 7,000 votes, which is insane, because usually they get 7,000 votes in about 3 days. But anyway, the general consensus was Shockspitter and Denathrius are the 2 most broken cards in the game, and those are the 2 things that Blizzard end up hotfix nerfing, which I'm actually very excited for. I don't know if they looked at my poll as a guide, or probably they have a lot of stats on the subject, or they could look at Hearthstone Replay to look at the play rate and the win rate of a lot of these cards. I don't know, but I'm very happy with these nerfs that just came out. Sorry for this quick little video, unscripted. I just really wanted to talk about this before I jumped into streaming and making videos, because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions on this.